Good afternoon, all of you. My name is Shweta Chaugule, Certified Frappe Developer and Director of Conbit Technology. I would like to thank Frappe team for making such a great framework and giving us an opportunity to present our use case here. We are from Western Maharashtra, India, and working for many clients from different geography on ERP Next and Frappe. We come up from area where sugar industry and foundry and dairy businesses are dominant. And our area is known as sugar belt of Maharashtra. If you imagine sugar industries, then it is massive plant with many complex operation, where sugar is a main output and bagasse and molasses are other byproduct. They generate electricity, ethanol, and fertilizer. Now, I would like Rakesh to take it further.
Hello. Thank you, Shweta. Is audible? Okay. So I think from last 2 days we are listening all the stories about their individual, how they have grown and so on. So today I am not here to tell my story. It's story about sugar. And I think in the lunch everybody had some or other sweets. And every sweet, almost everything is made of sugar, right? So let's see how sugar means transferred from the farm to the actual sugar. So do you know it's almost 12 to 18 months of time required from the plantation to the actual sugar production. It's 12 months at least minimum. So when the farmer plant the cane in the farm and when it is transported to the factory and it is converted to the sugar. So you can imagine how much of time. Now it's not the time, there are n number of people who involves in that. So it's a massive complex operation. So all this cane transported from the farm to the factories. And factories are very large in size. So they operate 10,000 ton of production capacity in a day, kind of a thing. So sugar procurement is a very cumbersome process because there are n number of people involved. So who sell their cane and who get the cane from the farm to the factory. So, so cane procurement is always fragmented thing and n number of people handle in different softwares. They sync data and so on, so on. It's not in seamless operation. So we built the cane procurement software top on the Frappe. Thank you for the Frappe for building awesome framework to make things easily customizable or to build anything. So cane procurement starts with a farmer and ends with a farmer as well, because the person who is planting the cane is a farmer and who is transporting to the industry, that is also farmer. In between the process, there is some quality checks that is called as a sampling, which is done by the sugar industry or the factory so that they can maintain the quality of the output. So whatever cane they get, so that should be very with a good quality for the production. And to lucrate the farmers, nowadays industry has started to give some advantage or some plans to the farmer to give subsidized fertilizer, some drip irrigations, loans and so on. So everything has to be managed, noted down, tackled, and that need to be somewhere computed. So as we have built the system, we have almost 150,000 farmer registered in the system. So registration is one time. However, cane registration has to be done every year for every season. So there are 100,000 registrations done by the farmer every year. And as it's a massive plant, we need so many transport vehicles to transport the goods. So there are more than 600 vehicles who transport the cane to the industry every day. That means there are 2,000 to 3,000 harvester and transporter involved in the entire process. So this is a quite complex operation, and we have turned out the simplest form using a Frappe on the ERP Next, the cane registration. Everybody has built the form, so there is nothing new into that. Some of the feature we used, which like by our customer, is like a geolocation, multilingual. These are the quite good feature which can be delivered to our customer. Now, turning a form is a very simple idea, whereas the challenge lies in the list view. They want to see so much of data in one particular list view, and now I think everybody can understand, we cannot control the width. There are some white spaces which you cannot remove, and that's where challenge lies. Now, what we have done? Thanks to our technical team who come up with the simple solution, they have created the HTML page where they have just published the data, and then they can control the word wrapping and all. So this is like a simplest technology can change the things. So that's one example. However, Kane CRM or the Kane procurement process is not that much. So we have built so many of doc types, so many of forms. So what we have used, these are the standard modules which we have used along with some customization in that. So we have accounting, buying, selling, inventory and HR payroll. However, this is one part of a process. So because this is a kind of a back office for the sugar industry, and the rest of things are in the customization, and these are the customization we have done along with some hardware integration. So we have Kane CRM, which we discussed earlier, Kane billing and HNT billing. So HNT is a harvester and transporter who cut the cane in the farm and who transport that cane to the factory. So that billing is very complex. And then sugar tendering, because sugar is still controlled by the government, and Kane weight bridge and RFID, these are the hardware devices which we have integrated with the system, and some are other modules. Now just a glimpse of Kane billing. Farmer is registered, but now you can imagine farmer is a supplier to the industry, but at the same time sugar factory is giving something to farmer, so that becomes a customer to industry. So we have very good feature in the Frappe, common party accounting. However, that is not the solution there. Though we have proposed, there is some accounting challenges because everything cannot be written off at the same time when you book the invoice or something. So that's why we have to create quite lot of computation. So let's see. Now we have cut the cane, and that is received to the cane yard. So we have vehicle received in the cane yard. Now as you can see, there are 600 vehicles arriving into the cane yard every day. So we need some serialization, tokenization. So there is a RFID tokenization, so which we have integrated RFID device with the system. Then weight bridge. Weight bridge is the complex part because that is the main area or the main data for entire complex of computation. So Kane billing, transporter billing, everything is computed on that. To simplify the process, our engineering team has designed the deduction master so that all the sales side will be calculated on one side, and at the time of billing they will calculate the weight, and then they can calculate the final bill, and rest all things managed in the ERP Next itself. So see, we have almost more than 200,000 entries in a season, 25,000 transaction in the billing cycle. So billing is done bi-monthly, that is a 15-day cycle, and in the sugar is a seasonal business, so it doesn't run in the full year. It's like a 4 month to 6 month, that's it. So there are 5,000 invoices processed and 5,000 payments processed in a cycle. So that's it. So Shweta will conclude the.
Thank you, Rakesh. I would like to share some experience here. One of our user is very fond of duplicate feature, and he makes the invoice in just 10 seconds, and previous he takes 10 minutes. Reporting on ERP Next and dashboard on Insights are so useful where we don't need any additional tool like BI. Challenges. Series number assignment. User want to assign series number at the time of final submission. Colorful UI. Some user feel that UI should have an option to be more colorful. Thank you all audience for listening to us. Thank you to Frappe team for making such a great framework. And special thank you to my team for allow me present the use case here. Thank you.